Hey guys, so as many of you know, if you followed my channel, I have multiple suspension components from Steeda Autosports, and today I want to go ahead and do an overall review of the components, which means a review of how they perform together, not just separately. Now I have the Steeda rear subframe braces, the G-Trac K-brace, the subframe alignment bushings, and then the IRS bushing support system. Each part has individually done exactly what Steeda has stated, and it hasn't sacrificed the ride quality for me, in my opinion. And there is no increase in NVH either with any of those components. As a whole, the parts work extremely well with one another. And this past weekend, these past 2 weekends, I have driven in events such as autocross, and then I went to Grand Sport Speedway for a race. And I kept getting compliments about how well my car performed on the track, of how planted it stayed, how there was hardly any body roll or shift. And of course I do have the Eibach Sportline lowering springs. That's going to make a difference as well. But overall, all the components suspension wise work extremely well together. And I feel that with the 2015 Mustangs, I feel the suspension work needs work first before adding power. That is just my opinion. And I'm glad I went the route I went, and that's upgrading the suspension before adding power. Now I'm getting close to that point where I want to start doing the actual performance upgrades, and those are also going to take a little bit more time because they're usually more expensive. And that was another plus about going ahead and doing the suspension components and getting it prepared for power. Now what I have planned next is, in a few months, probably around the first of the year, I'm going to try and do the MGW shifter with a solid or a one-piece aluminum drive shaft, just to try to help with shifting. I might not even do the drive shaft at that point. I might wait until the time of a supercharger, which is going to be a few years away. But I do plan around the first of the year to do the shifter, and then a few months after that, off-road headers, and then a custom dyno tune from a local speed shop, which is Triangle Speed Shop in Orange, Texas. That will put me at a good starting point for more power. And then once all that's done, I can start saving up for the supercharger. But suspension wise, for now, I'm just about done. Just because I feel the car is handling well. I don't really necessarily feel like I need to change anything else at this moment. That may change later on down the road, but for now, I am ready to start spending the money on performance parts. I know the video seems kind of sporadic because I went from talking about suspension to performance parts, but to me it really does have a purpose. For those of you that are looking to upgrade your Mustang, but you're not wanting to spend $1,500 to get headers, or even $8,000–9,000 for boost, but you want to do something you can get away with upgrading your suspension by spending $150 to at most $300 at a time. I personally, honestly, haven't spent $300 on a single suspension component. The most expensive thing as far as suspension goes were my lowering springs. Other than that, everything else was at about $200 or lower. So you really can upgrade your car and make it handle better. For what I did was less than $1,000. If y'all have any questions or y'all want any advice or anything, feel free to comment below, and y'all take care.